Just how much luck can a tiny round doll bring you? Well, if you ask the Japanese, the answer is a lot. The Daruma Doll is said to bring luck and fortune and help you achieve your goals. Modeled after the founder of Zen Buddhism, Bodhidharma, the doll holds a lot of symbolism in its tiny round body. Considered as a toy by some and as a talisman of great power by others, this little doll sure holds a lot of significance in Japanese culture. We visited Takamasa Asahi in Takasaki, a city that produces most of the Daruma in Japan.
高崎だるまっていうものがそもそも今から約200年前に作られ始めた当時は、流行り病、要するに流行病を防ぐというアイコンとして作られたのが始まりなんですね。で、我々はその伝統を受け継いで今でも作っておりますので、人々のそういった健康であったりだとか幸福であったりとか、そういったものに、貢献できるというか、そういった形でのだるまというものを捉えていますので、気持ちを込めてその欲しいと言っていただけるお客様に提供するっていうことが大切かなと思ってます。
The dolls are usually painted in red, but this color and style can vary depending on many factors, including the region in which the doll was made. The dolls come in several other colors, and all of these colors represent something different. Red, for example, represents luck and fortune and is the most commonly used color for Daruma dolls.
このだるまというのはそもそも仏教で禅宗を開いた達磨大師という方のお姿を形にしてあるものなんですね。で、その達磨大師が描かれた絵というのが日本にもありまして、それの最も古いものに達磨大師が着ていたお召し物が赤の色だったというのがそもそものだるまが赤くなっている一番の理由ですし、赤というのはいろいろ悪いものを寄せ付けない力のある色だとも言われているので、厄除けとかっていう意味も込めまして赤い色というのが使われています。
Other colors like white for purity, green for health, pink for love, and gold for fame are also used. They often have some golden elements below their face which say fakuiri, meaning bringing luck. The Daruma doll is made using roughly the same technique that was used to make them centuries ago. They are built out of paper mache in a round shape, completely hollow from the inside.
願いを最終的にこのだるまに託すというような気持ちの部分はずっと200年変わらず同じように来ているんですが、近年特に、先ほど話をした機械化が進んで以降、どうやったらたくさんきれいなだるまが作れるかということに関しては我々職人一同というか各工房で工夫を重ね続けているので、常に新しいこうやったらいいよねとかこの素材がいいよねというようなマイナーチェンジというかは繰り返しています。それをしないとおそらくこの200年作り続けてこれなかったと思うので、はい、これは将来にわたっても常に作り方に関してはいろいろな技術的なマイナーチェンジは
The paper is molded into Daruma by filling the paper mix from the machine into a huge pool. The mold is put inside and later vacuumed so the paper sticks to the mold and becomes a Daruma form. This has to be done carefully, as when it's taken out, the formed shape is still soft and should be handled carefully to avoid deformation. It takes time to train staff, as many steps have to be done by hand, which makes it difficult to have many artisans in a short amount of time. Therefore, a large quantity of Daruma in a drastic manner cannot be made, even though there is always more and more demand everywhere. Back 40 to 50 years ago, wooden molds were used for shaping paper into Daruma. However, the production was dependent on the number of wooden molds available. This method was replaced, which increased the production. The bottom of the doll is weighted, and there's a big reason behind this. The weight makes the doll return to its upright position every time it falls over. This characteristic symbolizes the ability to get back up after facing defeat and recover from misfortune. Alongside the depictions of a Daruma doll, you would find the phrase Nanakarobi Yaoki, which translates to 7 times down, 8 times up. Then comes the painting stage. Daruma's face is painted first. It's called mentori. There is more symbolism packed into this tiny doll. Even the facial features of the doll hold significance. They represent animals that show longevity in Asian cultures. For example, the eyebrows on the Daruma doll are drawn in the shape of a crane. The facial hair on the cheeks of the doll resembles the shell of a tortoise. Historically, there were other animals like snakes and dragons also depicted on the doll in the form of facial hair, but these features have been erased from the doll's face now. According to some, the Daruma doll was designed to match an infamous Japanese proverb: "The crane lives 1,000 years, the tortoise 10,000 years." So the story behind this little doll of such importance dates back to the 5th century to an Indian monk by the name of Bodhidharma. He was the founder of Zen Buddhism, which focuses on meditation and its importance. Bodhidharma, according to legends, meditated for over 9 years in one spot. He traveled the world trying to find a spot perfect for praying, and once he found a cave, he sat there for 9 years until his arms and legs fell off because of muscle atrophy. And that is why the Daruma doll doesn't have any arms or legs either. Bodhidharma is said to be an Indian monk, so he did not have Japanese features, which is why the Daruma dolls have such untamed facial hair. But that wasn't all that he lost. During these 9 years, he didn't sleep. Around the 7th year of his meditation, he accidentally shut his eyes. Frustrated at this, and to make sure it never happens again, he ended up cutting his eyelids off. Now that's a little extreme, won't you say? But this determination is the reason these dolls became a symbol of perseverance and good luck. These little dolls are a popular gift around Asia to encourage the receiver. The way to use a Daruma doll is simple. When a Daruma doll is bought, it has no eyes, just big white spots. The owner then sets a goal and draws in the left eye. After drawing this, the doll is placed somewhere where the owner would see it every day. Once you achieve what you had set your eyes on, the right eye is drawn to the Daruma doll. Some say that it's a bargain with the doll. In exchange for good luck and help achieving the goal, you give the doll sight. Others say that the doll is nothing but a reminder for you. Every time you look at it, you are reminded of your goals and you work harder to achieve them. It depends on the owner how long they would like to keep the Daruma doll. Most people like to get a new one each year and set new goals for themselves. But what happens to the old ones? Well, at the end of each year, all old Daruma dolls are brought back to the temple where they were bought and then burned in a single pile. The ceremony is called the Daruma Kuyo, and it's held right after New Year's Day.
お仕事終わりましたよということで、奉納をするんですね。 で日本にはいろいろなものには魂が宿っていて、役目を終えた時に供養、お疲れ様でしたということで、そのものがお役目を終えたことに対して供養をするという習慣があるので、
The city of Takasaki, the place where the Daruma Doll was first born, holds an annual Daruma Doll festival. Over 400,000 people attend this festival and buy Daruma Dolls for luck and prosperity. Takasaki is responsible for around 80% of all of Japan's Daruma Doll production. To cater to the newer generation, tons of variations have been introduced by the sellers. The Daruma Doll has been shown in a lot of popular media as well. One of the most popular representations is Pokemon. Darmanitan is a fire-type Pokemon that enters Zen mode whenever its HP is low, tucking in all of its limbs and turning itself into a Daruma Doll. The Daruma Doll probably doesn't hold any magical powers, but if owning one reminds you of your goals daily, then you would probably work harder to attain them. We wish everyone good luck and fortune. Hope you have enjoyed the video. We will reply to everyone in the comment section below. Please like, subscribe, and share the documentary.